Today we're going to replace the brake booster of this vehicle. First, we need to remove the fluid reservoir. Grab a 12mm socket or wrench and remove those two bolts of the bracket. These are the two bolts. Keep it aside. Use irregular pliers to squeeze the metal clip. Move it aside, then gently pull those two rubber tubes. Take the fluid reservoir away. Next, grab a 10mm wrench and loosen the flare nut of the brake line. Then pull it out of the way. Grab a 12mm socket to loosen and remove those two nuts of the brake master cylinder. Pull and take the brake master cylinder away. All that is left is the brake booster. Use irregular pliers to unlock the metal clip. I will take this rubber hose and replace it with a new one. Unplug any electrical harness that could get in the way. Disconnect any hose that could get in the way too. Inside the cabin, there are 4 12mm nuts to remove. Next, pull the collar pin using a pliers. Don't forget to take the hinge pin. You will have these upon removal. Time to pull and take the brake booster away. Be careful when removing it since the area is too cramped. This brake booster is still the genuine part of this vehicle, yet has too many rusts. This is caused by a leaking brake fluid from a worn brake master cylinder. It is broken upon testing. The rubber diaphragm inside the brake booster has been surely damaged by the brake fluid. This is why when you saw a leak from the brake master cylinder, immediately replace it to prevent damaging the brake booster. This is the new brake booster. Some parts from the old brake booster will be transferred here. Since this is a replacement part, not everything would be identical, considering the mounting studs are longer compared to the original one. With the new brake booster, it comes with a new brake master cylinder. It is better to have it by pair. Most of the time, new brake master will not fit into the new replacement brake booster. You'll notice that it won't sit evenly. This push rod can be adjusted to correct the fitment and engagement of the brake. For this brake booster, I use an 8mm close wrench for the adjuster nut and a 7mm socket for the lock nut. What I did here is that I adjusted the push rod clockwise to move it a little bit further inside. Now the brake master sits evenly without any tension or force from the push rod. Now you'll notice that there is a rubber hose connected to the brake master. This is a vacuum hose, and for older vehicles, these things are equipped with a check valve inside the rubber hose. Here I will cut and show you what's inside. This part of the hose is connected to the brake booster. Inside, you will see this cylindrical shaped check valve. Pull it with the regular pliers and insert this check valve into the new vacuum hose. Check the condition of the brake reservoir. Make sure to clean the connectors and the whole thing before using it, preventing brake fluid contamination that ruins the new system. The old brake booster has this small fork that connects to the pedal. You just have to transfer this into the new assembly. Unscrew it and you'll be only left with a lock nut on the stud. Compare both and make sure they have the same length. Then, adjust the new brake booster lock nut according to the old setting. You can do more fine adjustments later. This is only done to make things a bit more easier. Install the fork to the new brake booster. For now, you can just leave it like that. Reuse the old gasket of the previous brake booster. Installing the brake booster is a bit difficult because the area is too cramped. Just be careful not to scratch any parts of the engine bay. When all lined up at the back, just simply reinstall all nuts and the hinge pin, washer, and cotter pin on the pedal. Of course, don't forget to grease the pin before using it. And make sure the cotter pin is locked. With that being in place, you can now install the new brake master cylinder. Place it, reinstall, and tighten all nuts, including the 2 flare nut line. Next thing to install is the vacuum hose, which has the check valve inside. Insert it all the way and secure it with a metal clip. Reinstall the brake reservoir assembly. Don't forget to reconnect every electrical sockets. As well the other tubings, brackets, bolts, and other things that have been temporarily removed earlier on this vehicle. Tighten everything, and all that is left is to bleed the system. I hope you appreciate and find this video helpful. Subscribe now for more videos. Thank you very much for watching.